Hi, Mochismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Please like, subscribe, give a thumbs up to the video if you found it helpful. Share it with others if you believe it will benefit them. I'd appreciate that. I don't have my mic. I left it in the car, but I figured I needed to get this video out. I want to discuss with you, empaths, chosen ones, awakened, and you all that don't feel like you really get it when it comes to the narcissist. You may find yourself being concerned for the narcissist and their welfare and their well-being, and you may find it hard to unattach and unlatch yourself to them in some way or another. You may have decided that you're going to take your own sweet time, or for lack of a better word, you're just going to drag your foot on leaving them bouncing, ghost, kick rocks, whatever you want to say. And so it's kind of like being an empath, that empathy is there. But that empathy can be reckless. That empathy can be guilt tripping yourself because you're giving yourself a million reasons to stay in some type of connection with these individuals. You're looking for all kinds of excuses and explanations, whether it's the children, they're ill, being a narcissist. You don't want to leave them in their state, physical state that they're in. See, you can get a narcissist that may even be paraplegic, in a wheelchair, or some type of handicap, and that in itself will cause you to be handcuffed to them at the wrist, metaphorically speaking, and you can't seem to bring yourself to unhandcuff yourself from these people. That is a natural feeling, but you got to get past that feeling, because your concern for them should turn to a discernment. Your discernment should elevate, while your concern should lessen. Increase your discernment, decrease your concern, because they're not your problem. They're not your problem to fix, solve, or make better. And the reason why that is because there is no getting better. You have to look at all things considered as to what you went through with them up to this point. Has it gotten better? You may say, well, there are good times and we have bad times. In a relationship where somebody cares for you in a real way, they want to improve. They don't just want to in their head. They want to a degree where they do the work. They put in the effort. And you don't have to search yourself really hard to see that the effort you thought they put in, it was just a facade. And so the concern you have, you can keep that concern as you're leaving, as you're packing your bags. And going forward, wherever you meet someone and you have this empathy, you have to understand going forward it can't be reckless empathy. Reckless empathy, say for example in the church, is a very good example. Reckless empathy causes us not to tune in and turn up our discernment. Reckless empathy causes us to be blinded by the tactics and the manipulation and the persuasion of people that we should normally be able to detect are full of game or full of shish. I'm going to say things that most of us think. Let's cut the BS out Let's quit playing games with ourselves. This is something you do not want to play around with when it comes to an individual setting their sights on you, a well meaning, decent human being. They set their sights on you with one goal in mind: to destroy you, and in many cases, kill you. The Lori Daybell case, she killed her daughter, she killed her son with special needs, and he wasn't her biological son. This was Charles who she killed. And she may not have physically did it with her own hands, but these narcissists, they unction and command the troops, the flying monkeys, the low self-esteem minions, and in this case, her biological brother, Alex, groomed him to kill. And even when you were with the relationship with the narcissist, and if you are still involved with them, think about some instances where you got yourself overly involved in, say, if you were a man, you got yourself overly involved in a situation where a guy pushed up on the narcissist's wife or woman or girlfriend that you didn't know was a narcissist, and you found yourself coming to have to you had to come to her defense. In your mind, you had to uh, be the knight in shining armor. You had to put this guy in his place. And in some cases, you guys have even gotten into physical altercations with the ex, thereby landing yourself in trouble. And if you didn't go to jail, you got a guy that's got it out for you needlessly, unnecessarily, because in your mind's eye, you thought you were doing the right thing for the right reasons. You were, but not for the right person. And talk about fighting for a woman's honor. If a woman is for you, she respects you and loves you and is decent, she won't have to be saved. She'll be able to speak for herself and say, I appreciate your compliment, I appreciate your interest, but I'm involved. I have someone. And if you and her have that understanding, you can allow her to fend for herself. Narcissists will put you in all kind of chaotic situations, and looking back, you'll say, man, I scaved the bullet. I could have gotten killed. Me and this guy could have killed each other. Me and this girl could have killed each other. We have bad blood towards each other for looking back for the dumbest of reasons because of this individual. Pitted us against each other. It's called triangulation. And even worse than that, you don't even know that you're being used as a pawn in this gladiator sports. So it's many ways that I can dice this apple, but it will still end up being the same old rotten apple. And so you have to understand, guys, don't allow yourself to continue to be latched on to these individuals. It won't get better. In your mind, you think it is, but you have to be honest with yourself and come to a point of a reason and quit rationalizing that madness, because if you've seen different situations that are happening in our world and around you, you see that people are getting very, very, very reprobate of mind. In some cases, they are doing some of the unthinkable things that you could ever or never imagine. A guy just recently in Ohio raped and killed his own daughter, cut her hands off, and slashed her throat. Police pushed up on him. He went for a gun. They shot him. He's still alive in the hospital. What do you do to an individual that has done such things? His own biological daughter, which he didn't even have custody of. So I want you guys to really think about this. Your life means more than that half-ass relationship you think you have with a narcissist, because it's going nowhere fast. I can promise you that. So level up, educate, vibrate, and just stay engaged. That being said, bless.